everyone, Ray the Dashing Womble here. Well, blimey, I hope everyone had a great day today. It's been a tad chilly this afternoon in the area, and it became very wet this evening. In fact, it is pouring down now. And yeah, lucky. I did a few hours at it. I got started about 5 o'clock tonight, so a little bit earlier. Had lunch with some friends out at the Greenwood Country Tea Room, and they've got it all dressed up for Christmas and that now. I'll put some pictures that I took up on there anyway. I think I only took a couple, but anyway. And then we went off to the kidney doctor for my wife, where she went inside, I fell asleep outside. And I woke to some very noisy vipping rain pummeling the vipping top of the van. But anyway, yeah, it's definitely wet. But you know what, the first job I picked up, the first offer that came through as soon as I switched on DoorDash app, I didn't switch anything else on, just DoorDash tonight. And jack stack. I was probably a couple of miles away from it. Anyhow, jack stack came in. I think it was like paying $14 or so. Going 9 miles. Heck yeah, I'll do that. So yeah, as I was on my way over there, oh, it just like buckets and buckets of rain, but it just poured down on the way down. It made it flipping horrible to drive. I got the jack stack and got out and went in there and picked up the order. Oh, actually, it turned out to be a catering order, so I had to stop and take a picture of the bloody bag again in the rather damp weather. And yeah, went in there and got the order and brought it out and filled up the bag. Got soaking wet, and then went off and delivered it. Whereas customer was actually waiting on their porch, and they were messing around doing something. Handed them the order, and as soon as I confirmed, I think it came out to $24 or so. But it was definitely wet out there that time, that's for sure. Done a few other orders on the way back. As I left that house, got to 150, an order came in for my most flipping unhappiest place to go to, a pizza place at least, is Papa John's. I said I wouldn't ever go back there again, but this one was paying pretty darn well. And it was 2 orders, and they were very close to one another, and not really far from the restaurant. So I said, you know what, I'll do it. But I'm ready to drop it like a ton of bricks if I get in there and find, and they're just being their usual unorganised selves. Well, I mean, I got in there was a bloke had gone in before me, he was in there ordering, so I got stuck behind him, but then one of the other blokes came out and I showed him who I was there for. I was there to pick up 2 orders, as I said, and took a couple of bags in. The thing about Papa John's is, at least the one in on 291, is they don't have a lot of room. Don't have a lot of room to, their counter space is absolute shite. It'd probably be alright if they didn't have, they've got a bit at the end of it, at the end of the counter, and they just fill it up with boxes, and the geezer just puts these boxes together all night long, I suppose. But, so you can't go there and push the bloody pizzas in the bag. All they've got is a counter space that's probably about 8 inches wide or 8 inches deep and probably, I don't know, 3 feet long. So anyway, I went over to, they've got a table in the corner where you, it's a hiring table or something. They had a pile of flipping hiring tickets or something. Anyway, I slung those to one side because they're just in the way. So, started filling up the pizzas from there. And, yeah, they don't seem to be all that, well with dealing with people in that one either. They're not very, responsive. They're present people that they got in there at least. Anyhow, like I said, those orders weren't going very far from the restaurant. I can't remember how far away it was, maybe a couple of miles or 3. And first one weren't that far away at all. And got to that address and it said leave at the door. Well, bearing in mind it's peeing down with rain. It would be okay if they actually had a covered porch, but they didn't. So I pulls up on their driveway and realised that and went, well, you know what, I better call them. Because I don't want to leave their food out there. I don't know how much money they spent with it, but anyway, either way, I don't want to leave the food on the doorstep if I can help it. So I called the number and it just rang and rang and rang. So I went, oh, sod it. So I turned around and texted them. And by which time I was in the side of the van, we've been trying to organise which was theirs and such. And their bag rather. And anyhow, they didn't respond on the text. So I went to go get over there just to put it on the porch. I didn't really want to because, or by the door rather, they weren't. It wasn't covered. And that was, I just didn't want to leave it there. And it was by the garage door. It wasn't like upwards or anything, so the water was just running through there. And anyhow, the woman came out. She come hopping out with her kid there. Or I'll take it was her kid, I'm not sure. And she says she was happy that I called her, but she had a broken foot. Poor woman. And I went to hand her the food, and she says, oh, sorry, I took so long, I broke my foot. I said, well, I've sprained my wrist, so we make a right pair, don't we? So she laughed at that, and she thanked me for, you know, trying to get her, for not wanting to leave it on the door, it's getting soaking wet. So handed her the food, and off she went in, and anyhow, they went in and I didn't think anything of it. I just confirmed that the order was delivered and was looking up where the next one was going. I was still sat in their driveway. You know, I've got to look which way I'm going to go out of their drive. And then she comes hopping out again with her son. I thought, oh no, don't tell me I'll go for the wrong bloody order. Surely not. No, I'm sure I've flipping done it right. Anyway, her son comes running up to the car. And she was shouting out, well, thank you for what you did for thinking of us about leaving the food outside. So she gave us an extra $5. So I got like nearly $15 delivery for just running it. I think it was like about 1.5 miles. That was all it was. But real nice of her. Real nice of her to come hopping back out again, but there was no need for it to do that, but it was nice. And then delivered the other one too, and I don't think I saw any. Yeah, I did. I handed it to someone. That's right. The bloke came out the garage. He was in his garage. Yeah, it was definitely an interesting night. That's for sure. Didn't do too many orders, but what I did, I wasn't going to be delivering any smaller orders tonight, because bearing in mind what the weather's like, I wasn't going to be delivering $2.50 orders, that's for sure. Not that I ever do. But then I'd left the last drop off, came out of there and got near the cases and an order for China King came in, which is right next door. Going to Blue Springs, it was like 10 miles away. For I think it was $10.50 or something like that. I took that one. Yeah. I thought better of it later, but I thought no, I'll do it. It might turn out to be a bit different, but it didn't. Anyway, came back from that and didn't do. I kind of resigned myself to saying, you know what, I think I'm done. Ended up calling a friend that had sent me a message to call him, and spoke with him for a bit, him and his wife, and then they pretty much resigned ourselves to not doing anymore, because bearing in mind, I mean, we'd done pretty well in that time that we had been out, but then so we said, oh well, let's just go home. Just because all these orders kept coming in, and they were just ridiculous orders. A few that I took pictures of. So then this order comes in for Super Mega Dilla. Okay, so if anyone out there doesn't know where Super Mega Dilla is, it's a ghost kitchen that's at IHOP. So I don't like to go to IHOP either, but some restaurants I just don't like to bother with. But anyway, I got down there, and as we parked up outside of it, we weren't that far away, but parked up outside there at the restaurant, clicked on who I'm supposed to be picking up for, and I clicked on what they were getting and went, are you kidding? There's people who are paying all this money for me to deliver. It was actually coming a couple of streets away from where we live. So I was like, well, brilliant. That'll take us home. Well, that may be about 3 or 4 streets away. But anyway, it weren't far. And, so I went in the restaurant, and I don't think they were that busy, but anyway, one of the waitress, I don't know how many there were there, but she was sort of walking through at the other end, and she asked, oh, are you here to pick up? And I said, yeah, here to pick up. And shouted out the name for her. And then another one came walking around the other side with a bag. I mean, the bag was so light, it was one bloody cheeseburger. These people must have spent flipping like $40 or something to have one cheeseburger flipping delivered. There must be some bloody cheeseburger that they do there. Jeez. Anyway, got that up over here. It was actually tipping it down on the way. I mean, absolute brutal on the way home, on the way to that house. And got up on their drive. I couldn't even see where their driveway was. I had to get onto it, because I needed to get onto it so I could put the lights on to light up the pathway to get to their house. And because it wasn't that, I mean, their garage light was on and their porch light was on, but there was nothing in between that helped, so I would lit up the flipping walkway to it. But as I got there, it absolutely tipped it down. I mean, it, you know, torrential. So I ended up taking a jacket out. I wasn't going to bother. I was just going to go out like that, quick, push, gone. But as it came down, I grabbed the jacket, put that on. Now that's on the back seat because it's soaked. And I took it out, but oh my gosh. I put it on the seat as requested. It was out of the rain, so that was okay. Took a picture of it, rang the doorbell, and trotted back to the van as quick as I could. Because I mean, I don't mind delivering. The rain don't bother me so much. Well, as long as it's not tipping it down, as long as it's not like torrential rain. And that's what it turned out to be. Good grief, I got back to the van, I looked like a bloody drowned rat. I threw the jacket on the back seat, spread that so it could dry out. How long that's going to take to dry out, who knows. But anyway, it's in there. But yeah, it's good grief. It's crazy, and it's like I think it's 30 something degrees now. The van always lies. The van says it's 41, but the van is about 4 degrees off or so normally. So a little bit less than that, and apparently it feels like 33 or 34. Woof. Tad chilly for flipping short sleeves. Although that being said, I went a quick trip on 291 and there's all these flipping fruitcakes running around in t-shirts and bloody shorts. My wife thought I was crazy just to be running around in short sleeves. She thinks I'm crazy anyway. But so there wasn't much of a far flipping thought from there. But anyway, yeah, so the one thing that I would say is, like, when I called that lady, if you go to a delivery and you see like the weather is now, it's absolutely pouring down. If you go to a delivery spot and you see that wherever you're going to dump the food or place the food before you get out, and you see that it's not covered, or that the rain's dripping, just pushing in from the side and just or from the front, or whichever angle it's coming in at, and it's just soaking the bloody the path where the area where the food is going to be left, then give the people a call. Call them, send them a text, whichever. Give them the chance to get their food dry. I mean, after all, they spent an awful lot of money to flipping get that food there. I mean, yeah, your delivery fee may only be $6.50, $6.50 or whatever, but think of it from your own point of view. I mean, none of us want to go out in the rain if we can help it, or out in the snow or the cold or whatever. So, you know, yeah, we want the food delivered if you fancy a snack. I can understand that, but it's but after all that wait and all the money that you spent to get it, do you really want the driver just to dump it outside there and get your pizza if it's been covered in, caked in, if it's been water or snow or whatever? Not let you know that it's there. I mean, if you don't see it on the app for whatever reason, I don't know, but it'll get soaked out there, cold, and you know, it's just think about it. Just think about it. Give the people a call. Maybe even, you know, maybe jump out the van or vehicle, tap on the door and ask them, do you want it? Do you want to pick it up now? Or tell them that you advise them to pick it up now. Because well, maybe not do that, because sometimes people have got their kids or whatever, babies, or sleeping, or the dogs are flipping nuts and they'll bark like crazy to go there. Or you know, you don't want to do that. Maybe don't do that, but certainly give them a call or shoot them a text. Give them the opportunity to actually get their food warm or hot, piping hot. They're always piping hot when they come out of those hot bags, especially for that length of journey that I had to do. It wasn't that far at all. So to think about that, I mean, yeah, I got an extra tip on that tonight, but I mean, I didn't necessarily do it for that. What I wanted to do is make sure that they got their food. I mean, it's good customer service for one, and yeah, just think about it from your own point of view whenever you're delivering. Delivery I did to Blue Springs was China King. China King, I don't know who these great big buffoons that they got working in there. You know, when I went in there, it's only the second time I've been in there recently. I haven't been in there for months. And I don't know if he's a family member, I don't know if he's one of their kids that's just been grown outwards all of a sudden, I don't know. But anyway, He's in there playing on his phone. Fair enough. But I walked in there and walked past, in the time that it took me to walk through their restaurant, which is basically just an alleyway and tables either side. I saw him just sodding about on his phone. There was tables there. Even in that length of time, I noticed that there was tables that really needed a good cleaning. And this buffoon is too busy playing on his phone. I mean, stop playing on the phone. You're there to work. Just bloody clean the flipping tables. But make the place look presentable. Some people, this bloke the other day when I went in there, he just, it's like an inconvenience that you walked in there. Sorry, mate. Jeez. Anyhow. But we were right there, so I just decided to take it. But yeah, for what there was, yes, it was definitely paying well to be out there for the most part tonight. Yeah, there was some silly offers coming in for sure, but that's normal. I mean, people stick your nose out the door, see that it's flipping peeing down with rain. I mean, you probably know it's peeing down with rain, that's why you're ordering food. But don't expect that the driver's going to necessarily flipping run through the rain to deliver your order for $2.50. There were several crashes on the road tonight. We saw one really bad one. Really bad one. Oof. Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. Well, none of them are, but this one didn't look. I don't know how they actually ripping, how they did so much damage, but there was people that were driving like bloody loons. In this weather, you got to slow down. I mean, I drive pretty, I move along a little bit normally, but when it's wet and when it snows, it's the only time that I will be definitely cautious a lot more. And stopping distances, my good grief, why do people don't know about stopping distances here? Just because you got ABS on your bloody car doesn't mean that it's going to stop on the spot. You're going to slide. And maybe that's what happened with these vehicles tonight, I don't know. But and all you have to do is hit an inch of water. If you hit an inch of water and you make a sharp turn, that car, you're going to lose that car. Just ease up on it. Stopping distances. You've got at least to have 75 yards in front of you, 50 yards in front of you when you're driving. Because if the car in front has to stop for, I don't know, a dog running in the road, or certainly a deer in this area, you know, you've got to be, if you're not on the ball at the time, you've got to have reaction time and slowing that car down before you go park in the boot of the car in front of you, because you're gonna slide, regardless of whether the bloody car's got ABS on it or not. It'll pulsate and rip and try to get you to stop, but if it starts sliding, you're buggered basically. And you just got to hope that you're going to rip in, not hit the car in front, or worse, but there's not worse, I mean, or go up the pathway. It will take you out of the way, or even worse, even still, is slide it and hit the car into oncoming traffic. So be bloody careful. You just got to be ease up on it. And the other thing is bloody figure out about those I-beams. Some people don't know what the flipping, how to work their vehicles. Gosh, truth. You might be able to see, but the poor bugger coming the other way is blinded. And it's bad enough in this weather when there's so many, like with the modern lights, with the LED lights being so bright, which is great to be behind them, but to be when they're coming towards you, or with the traffic lights and the various lights from the shops and that, and street lamps, if they've actually got any decent ones, is all the glare on the road. It's and the road people here don't seem to look after the striping in the right road either, because you hit the when it gets dark, when it gets wet, you can lose a vipping where the bloody lanes are. It's very difficult, very difficult. So think about it when you're driving, and you make sure that your vehicle's not got your lights on full beam, because you're going to blind the poor sod coming the other way, and it's already being difficult. Anyway, yeah, so that's really one tip is, this weather, give people a call before you dump their food in the water, in the rain. Anyhow, I've got really nothing else. I think it was a short night. Done a lot. Did pretty well on the orders, and the money's wise for the length of time it was out, of course. So yeah, so thanks for watching, and don't forget, hit the thumbs up button, or hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. Both of those actions help the website, help the channel, apparently. Something to do with algorithms and whatever else, I don't know, anyway. And hit the bell icon too, so you get warned of when the new videos come out. Anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll be back on soon. And it's only 9:30 tonight. Oh, I might even have this video up by tonight. Who knows? Alright, anyway, thanks again. Cheers. Ta-da.